Hi everyone, Jean Bromage of Reiki Essence Healing Arts, and today I'd like to share some reflections about the upcoming new moon in Aries on April 17th. This new moon has an unusually larger number of planets in Aries, and the collective energies are very fiery right now, and at times explosive. People's nervous systems are feeling raw, even if you're not watching the news. For those of you who are super sensitive, like myself, you might be having disrupted sleep. Your nervous system might be feeling a little frayed, and so this is really a great time to for self-care in the sense of coming back into your center, finding what is going to help you to stay grounded, and also to find clarity on where you are focusing and directing your energy at this time. Um, this new moon in Aries is happening towards the end of Aries, and it's also the day after the Sun and Chiron come together in the sky at 25 degrees of Aries. And the Chiron Sun conjunction is about releasing our victimhood, so that we really can step into how we shine in the world. So Chiron is the wounded healer. It's that wounding that comes up for us over and over again in life that we really never can find clarity on. Well, we can find clarity on it, but to find resolution, because the wounding is the medicine itself. It's what gives us lessons over and over again and is a resource of wisdom so that we can go out into the world and share that wisdom in whatever dimension of life we're being called to shine in and evolve towards in this lifetime, which is the sun. And so this is also happening a little later in Aries than when we had the Saturn Neptune conjunction on February 20th. That conjunction happened at 0 degrees of Aries. And that energy of Saturn, which is very earthy and grounding, and that energy of Neptune, which is very mystical, watery, those two elements are what's actually kind of keeping us anchored during this very fiery phase that we're going through right now. So we can tap into those energies because they're still, working with each other, so earth, fire, and water coming together, even though the majority of the energies of the collective right now up in the cosmos is pointing to fire. And so for today, I do want to take you on a guided meditation to help you find your point of, find your center, to get grounded, but to then also get very clear on where you're focusing your energy. I like to think of it, because this is Aries, the warrior. Where are you pointing your arrow, your bow and arrow, or where you're pointing your spear? Because Aries is ruled by the planet Mars, which is the god of war. And again, with the collective energies, we have all these devastating wars popping up. But also, the warrior isn't just about going into battle. The warrior is always going with courage, into the unknown. And so, as Aries is that spark of fire that begins the astrological calendar, this represents how we come into form. Aries is all about the I am. It's like, I'm here and I'm ready for this new adventure on this human journey. And so, where do we find our courage to step into the unknown? And in order to cultivate that courage, we need that grounding and that focus, and also that sense of sovereignty over ourselves, that no matter what life is throwing at us right now, that we do have those inner resources to navigate this unknown terrain. So no matter what you're challenged with right now, what you're coping with right now, if you're just feeling burnt out, these fires are destabilizing. Or perhaps you're kind of feeling like you're coming alive right now and you're gaining some creative inspiration. And that can be enlivening, but it can also burn you out if you don't know how to hone those energies and master them in a way that you can then birth something concrete with that creative force that's coming alive within you. Um, so I'm going to invite you now to just gently drop your eyelids and take a nice deep inhale through the nose and a nice cleansing exhale. And then another deep inhale through the nose. And on the exhale, just feeling the support of where you're sitting or lying down to enable you to let go even more deeply and be supported by the chair, the bed, the floor, your yoga mat, wherever you're sitting or lying down. Just really feeling that support coming up to meet you, that support of the earth, so that you can let go and release and relax. And now really directing your breath to just below your belly button, and maybe even imagining a ball of light or even a ball of fire in your lower belly. And on each exhale, just inviting that energy to open and expand within your being at a pacing that's just right for you, to allow this warm, nourishing energy to fill your body and eventually flow out into your aura, that field of energy that emanates about 2 feet out all around you. Just feeling that warm flow, feeling it nourishing you. But, as you're connecting to your lower belly, it's also grounding you, opening, cleansing, and clearing. And now I invite you to imagine yourself sitting in a forest. And you're sitting under a tree and you're really feeling the support of the trunk of the tree, supporting your spine. And as you do, a beam of light from the sun shines through the trees, and that beam of light enters your third eye. That's your upper energy center, your upper hara, or your center of intuition. But right now, the sun is beaming into it to help provide warmth, the warmth of that element of fire. And you allow it to enter into your third eye and through your brain and down through the brain stem. And then just gently flowing down your spine, one vertebra at a time. And as it does, it's just feeling completely warming, nourishing, and grounding, until eventually this energy moves all the way down into your tailbone, anchoring that warmth and that fire into your being, but in a way that doesn't feel destabilizing. And you also feel this energy gently moving down your legs and down into your feet. And now you may wish to bring your attention to your solar plexus, that energy center just above your navel. And it's your energy center of your stomach. And this energy center, the third chakra, your solar plexus, connects to the element of fire. So breathing into that energy center, just noticing, does it feel tight? Does it feel warm? Does it feel cold? And just giving that energy center a little bit of love as you continue to sit and enjoy the natural environment of this forest that you're sitting in. As you continue to breathe and enjoy this natural setting, a spirit guide approaches you. This could be a power animal, it could be a fairy, it could be an angel, it could be an ancestor, it could be one of the spirit guides that you work with, one of the gods or goddesses that you like to connect with and their archetypal energies. It could be a saint, an ascendant master. So just breathe and receive the presence of the spirit guide that wants to be here to support your grounding today. And as you breathe, you receive their presence. And they present you with a bow and arrow. And they say that they want to take you on a walk and to help you to decide which direction you're focusing your energy at this time. So you stand up and you allow the spirit guide to take you down this path. And the path leads to this beautiful open meadow. It's this beautiful meadow that's full of spring flowers. And you see, the wildlife, the trees, the type of trees and shrubbery that are around this meadow, the birds, and any other critters that are enjoying this meadow. Perhaps you see a rabbit or a squirrel. And the energy feels light and playful. And this guide now asks you, where do you want to focus your energy right now? Could it be in your personal life or your professional life? Could it be that you're focusing on your health and well-being, or the health and well-being of your home, the health and well-being of your money, the health and well-being of your relationships and your connections with other people? Perhaps it's your connections with community. Or perhaps you have a very specific project and you want that energy and that grounding and that focus to complete that project. So just continue to breathe and think about where you're focusing your energy right now. And share that with your spirit guide. And once that intention of focus becomes clear in your mind's eye, and you share that with your spirit guide then tells you to draw your bow and arrow. And they tell you which direction, whether it's east or west, north or south, or one of the directions in between that quadrant. And they direct you almost like you're a compass, and they position you, and they tell you to stand firm, to really feel your feet strongly planted on the ground, and you're feeling very grounded and centered in your core. And you draw that bow and arrow, and as you do, this fire ignites at the tip of the bow, and you let that arrow go, and you watch as that fire is sent off into the universe, that very directed fire. And you use that as a symbol, of you committing to focusing your mind, your attention, and your energy on what it is you're ready for. And in that release, you feel this readiness come over you. And you're no longer feeling overwhelmed by the collective energies. You're no longer overwhelmed by everything you have to do in your personal life, because you're very clear on your next priority in life. And this guide is standing by you and supporting that. And now, over the next 30 to 90 days, as you direct this focus, the spirit guide is there for you. So anytime you do feel like you're getting off course and you need to get back on track, the spirit guide is there to help you remember this moment and how you felt, so that you can then collect yourself again and come back into focus. And so now it's time to come back from your guided meditation, and you're feeling very nourished, grounded, and at ease. And I just invite you now to take a few deep breaths and gently open your eyes. And so I hope you enjoyed this guided meditation, and I hope it helped you to find some grounding and some focus during these crazy times that we're experiencing right now. And if you're in New York City, next Thursday, on the 16th, the day before this new moon, we are hosting an energy reset circle at Balance Arts Center on West 30th Street. Doors open at 6:15, and we start at 6:30, and the circle goes until 8:15. We are going to continue to work with this concept of grounding and also connecting with the elements of nature. One of my Reiki Master graduates, Philippa, is going to take us on a guided meditation. I'm going to take you through some guided grounding. And Victoria is going to work with intention setting and ritual. And of course, there will be some Reiki energy and sound healing to be experienced. So it's a full healing experience. You can register at the link in the comments. And if you want to stay in touch, I'm also including a link to register for my newsletter. My website is currently under construction, and so the best way to stay in touch with me and to get notifications is to get on my newsletter. And I wish you new moon blessings with whatever intentions you're setting for yourself, and may this next 30-day journey enliven you and inspire you and give you the courage you need to step into any unknown territory in order to grow. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.